the guy that lived in your apartment before you was shot by the pool. What up? I'm gonna try a new intro. Don't judge me. What up, Panda fam? What it do, Panda? Hi guys, it's Adria, and for today's video, you guys are in for a treat because I pretty much had the worst night of my entire life. I feel like that's how I start off every video. It's the worst day of my life. It was the worst night of my life. That's when you know it's gonna be a fun video. Also, I apologize if you can hear weed whackers yonder in the distance. I don't know. The maintenance people in my apartment complex are just really kind of weird. I mean, they brushed all this dirt under my front door. I don't know. Whatever, just ignore me. Okay, sorry for the clickbait, fam. Sorry for the clickbait! But you know what? You gotta get the clicks one way or another, so here we go. So first of all, I had to wake up super early this morning to go to a doctor's appointment, which is like, I get like when I have to go to the doctor. Last night, I'm just like, and I've been going through this weird funk lately. I've literally been saying for like the past week, I think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. Like I've had a mental breakdown pretty sure a few times before, so I don't know, it's almost like a ticking time bomb. You're just waiting for it to happen. Normally when I get stressed out, I have really, really bad dreams, like dreams that wake me up out of a dead sleep. I am the heaviest sleeper you will ever meet in your life. I mean, like, light my hair on fire while I'm sleeping, I won't wake up. Like, if a dream is bad enough to wake me up out of a dead sleep, you know, it's like that's pretty bad, girl. Oh, hi, Frida. This is my pussy. She's being bad today. I mean, like, last night we fed her, and then an hour later she's like, hi, remember me? Give me food. That's my Frida voice. Alright, get out of here. So, I go to sleep, right? I really didn't have a whole lot of trouble falling asleep, but before that I was just like, yeah, I'm nervous about tomorrow, nervous about the doctor, I don't know how this is gonna go. When you fall asleep kind of having unsure thoughts, your dreams can be kind of like, let's scare the crap out of you, Adria. So that's pretty much inevitably what happened. If you're new here, I just moved into this apartment a month ago. Oh girl, have you ever had a dream that felt so incredibly real? If I had woken up this morning and Brandon told me, oh my gosh, wasn't that crazy what happened last night? I would have been like, oh my gosh, yeah, right? I'm laying in my bed. And all of a sudden I hear this voice almost like over an intercom, like I don't know, like it would be at school or something. And they're saying these people's names. And I'm laying in my bed and I'm like looking around and I'm looking at the clock and it's super early in the morning and it's dark and I'm just like, what's going on? So they're saying these people's names over this intercom. And I was like, wait, those names sound familiar. Since we just moved here, we still get this other guy's mail, I guess, that used to live here. That's the guy that used to live here and probably like his wife or something. They probably just think that he still lives here or something. They're not talking to me, whatever. So I'm like trying to ignore it and go back to sleep. And then I hear something, so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. It sounded like they said your daughter was killed last night. Your daughter was murdered last night. And I was like, wait, what? And then I hear this faint knock on the front door. And it sounded like it came exactly from where the front door was. I don't, like, everything physically was accurate besides random ass intercom in my bedroom. I don't know, girl. I hear this faint tap at the front door, almost, you know, because it was like early in the morning, like, oh, I don't want to scare you, so let me knock really quietly. And it started to get a little bit louder. And meanwhile, Dream Brandon is still asleep next to me. So then I hear the lock on the door turn and I'm like, okay. And then like a few seconds later, I hear it turn again, like they locked it to go back outside. And I think subconsciously this is because one time at my old apartment, the maintenance guy came in when I was in the shower. They left something on the counter like, oh, we sprayed for bugs in your house. And I read it, I was like, wait, what? I was in the bathroom, like, why did you come in my apartment when I was taking a shower? What? That guy got fired real quick. I didn't even do it, surprisingly. I didn't even say anything, but that guy got fired real quick. So I think that's kind of where I have that subconscious, like, people just kind of coming in and out of my apartment without me saying they can. I think that's where that comes from. So then I go out into the living room and then I see that somebody was here. It said something about like an overnight pharmacy in my apartment. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, something about it didn't make sense, but they were like, oh, we came by, blah, 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 we were here. I'm just like, what is this? So then I woke up Brandon because somebody had come into our apartment and then left, and they left something here saying that they came in, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? I'm really scared. Brandon was just like, what the heck is going on? And I was telling him about what I heard over the intercom saying that somebody died, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Brandon calls the office to ask them what's going on. And meanwhile, it's like 4 in the morning in my dream. Wouldn't that be weird if it was like actually 4 in the morning, real time? Like, oh, gag. Conspiracies. Conspiracy theory, I feel like this actually happened. I'm not even kidding. I know a lot of it doesn't make real life sense, but girl, I honestly feel like this happened. Okay, so Brandon calls the office and he asks, why were you guys here in the middle of the night? What happened? And she sounded really scared. She sounded like she didn't want to tell him why she was here. She was like, oh, it really wasn't a big deal. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. I'm sorry if I woke you up. I wasn't trying to. And Brandon was like, no, my fiance said that she heard you say that somebody died here or something and was trying to get our attention, and you were saying the names of the people that lived here before us. Like, what is going on? And she was like, okay, well, the reason I was trying to get in contact with you was because I wanted to ask your permission to use you guys as witnesses for a murder. The guy that lived in your apartment before you was shot by the pool. The guy that lived in our apartment was shot here by the pool. The funny thing is, I don't even know if it was me or Brandon that said this. It was kind of just like a logic thing going off. Why would we be the witnesses if we weren't here? Like, that was the person that lived in our apartment before us. We weren't even here. I feel like even if you took that like to the cops or something, like the authorities, like, oh, here's some witnesses that live in the same address but have no relation to these. Like, that doesn't really make sense. We wouldn't be witnesses, girl. We weren't here. Can I get a witness? Girl, no, we're not your witnesses. I just realized I have my sneakers on. I have no idea why. So Brandon says, no, we won't be your witnesses. We're not your witnesses. We didn't see anything. And what do you mean somebody was shot here? What do you mean somebody died here? And so she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And so Brandon hangs up with her, whatever. It's like, I honestly feel bad even being rude to people in my dreams, to be honest. I feel like I need to fall back asleep just to call her and apologize. I can't be rude to people even in my dreams. Then Dream Brandon starts going off the wall saying, we need to get a gun. First of all, Brandon's been like talking about he wants a gun. He wants to get a gun. He's like, the world is crazy. People are crazy. We need to learn how to shoot. We need to protect ourselves. I'm just like, I'm gonna need you to bring it down to it too. Calm your man titties. Like, seriously, take it down a notch. Brandon's like a training bra size in his defense. Okay, Dream Brandon starts going crazy. He's like, you know what? I want to move out of here. I want to move out of here. I'm like, we can't afford to move out of here. We just moved here. Like, where do you want to move? Like, where do we go? And so, you know, my mind starts like going into that, like, oh, we can't do anything, like, we can't go anywhere, we're stuck here, we have a lease, well, like, all that stuff. Logical, everyday life, adult problems. He's like, I don't care, we're leaving. I was like, why don't we just go, like, take a walk outside, you know, before the sun comes up, and we kind of just get a feel, and if we get, like, a bad vibe, then we'll leave. So, this is the part where it's like, okay, like, obviously this was a dream. So we go outside, and there's, like, an abandoned helicopter. I'm like, why? But there's like fog everywhere. The sun isn't up. It kind of looked like E.T. You know, in E.T., like when they're in the woods and there's just fog and it's like, oh, there's the mothership. We're just walking around and there's like this abandoned helicopter and then there's this cat and then the cat goes off in like a mini helicopter. Girl, like, please, I really don't know. We're just walking around and we walk by the pool and the pool creeps us out. We get like goosebumps because like we know that somebody was shot there. Yeah, good luck having fun in the sun. Ow! Don't snap with a ring on your thumb. Girl, yeah, well, good luck pulling it up where someone was shot, girl. Have you ever left your house really early in the morning or late at night and you just feel kind of creeped? I don't know what it is. There's just like, sometimes there's just a vibe outside that you just don't feel good in. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel skeeved and I just want to go home. I'm kind of afraid to leave my house some days as it is. I feel like I'm gonna get like kidnapped or killed, run over by a car or something. I don't know. I have like illogical fear of stuff that is very unlikely to happen. So we start going back to the apartment. So there's like this group of like teenagers and I feel like they were waiting for like a school bus. You know, that also makes sense because today's a weekday and so, you know, I was thinking in my head, oh yeah, today's Tuesday. I have my appointment today. These kids are probably waiting for the school bus. And so then they kind of look at us as we're walking. Then we start hearing them like talking about drugs and everything. And we're like, what the heck? So then we look behind us and they're running after us. And we're just like, we make a run for it to our apartment. And we come in the front door, we lock that thing. We're like, my family has a word for that. We call that soaking. You know, like when you escape something narrowly and you're like safe, you're just like, we say that we're soaking. So today Brandon and I ran across the street. There was no cars coming and when we got to the other side we were like, so we soaked. worth soaking. And I remember thinking in my dream, like, oh my gosh, that's why my lights flicker. That's why I feel like I see things. Because I know it's definitely because I'm like paranoid, but I mean, I know for sure the lights flicker. That's not me imagining that, because Brandon sees it too. But in my dream, I'm thinking like, oh, this is why the lights flicker. This is why I feel like I see people like walking by me sometimes. I don't know, you know, sometimes you feel like you see something out of the corner of your eye and it's like, I don't know, your reflection in something. I don't know, girl. So that, in my dream, I was adding everything up and like putting everything together. I'm like, oh, this is why this happens. And it all just like made sense. And I was like, oh, this is why it feels so weird here. So then I wake up and Brandon's like waking me up. He's like, oh, you gotta go to the doctor. I'm just like, oh. Do you ever wake up out of a dream that was just so creepy and weird that you just feel, I don't know, like today I just have such a weird vibe. I was crying earlier. I'm just like, ugh. Anyway, that was pretty much it. I've done dream videos before and I know that you guys like those. I don't know about you, but these are more entertaining than story time because it's like, girl, you can't make this shit up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. And again, sorry if I kind of clickbaited you, but you know what? I wanted you to be like, what? I wanted you to be like, what? Adria, people are gonna start unsubscribing if all you do is clickbait. It's like, girl, well, you know what? I'm just in such a weird mood today, guys. I honestly don't know. But yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I post videos 3 times a week. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love the videos I have coming soon. Brandon and I are waxing each other. I have my goth makeup coming. Like, oh, you're in for a lot. It's gonna be good. I have more stories coming. Oh my gosh, I need to do a video about YouTuber dreams I've had that are just really weird. I don't, But anyway, you can follow me on all my social media. All of that is linked down below. I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye! Do you feel like a man when you push her around? I'm sorry for the clickbait. Is Michael Jackson even dead? Girl, alright, I need to do conspiracy videos. Alright, bye!